Hello and happy Friday. I am your host, Samantha, and welcome to our first podcast. And what we're going to do, we're going to talk about some things. We cover all subjects, nothing is off the table. We talk about toxic relationships, good relationships, marriages, divorces, childhood trauma, good friends, bad friends, you name it, we talk about it. And I have beside me my co host, Joy.
Hello,
Say,
everybody.
yeah, say hi to the people, girl. So we're excited. We'd like to first ask that you like, share, and subscribe so that we can bring more people into our conversations so that we can talk about it. So, without further ado, today's subject is why do you think you're single? So, Joy, I have to ask you, why do you think you're single?
Well, I believe that I'm single because I got married when I was really young. I was 19. My husband was 23, and we were married for over 16 years. And once it ended, it's a different way of life. You get used to being alone, or the world is different. The world changes, I should say. You have to learn to acclimate yourself to the new dating scenes and clubs, and now they have online dating, and it's a little difficult to navigate. So at some point, I just said to myself, I'm just going to work on me. And when I get myself together, then I'll be ready to get back out in the dating world. So that's why I'm single.
Okay, so basically, you're single by choice.
Correct.
So, you mentioned the online dating and how the dating world is today. Have you ventured out at any point in time to do any online dating? I know you mentioned you've been working on yourself, but have you ventured out to do any online dating sites, any experience at all?
Well, just in this last 2 weeks, I signed up for a site. It was kind of hard to navigate. I really didn't understand it. And, I got a couple of likes, but it made me nervous. I was like really nervous because you just don't know who's out there. You don't know if somebody's going to catfish you. You just don't know. So, like I said, I got several likes and I did not go back on because I still don't think I'm ready. It was fun, like putting the app on and then, you like the people. And then the fact that I got likes back, that was like, the ego booster. Cause you have to put your picture up there and everything. And at first I
Mhm.
didn't think, I'm like, oh, what if nobody likes my picture and blah, blah, blah. But they actually liked me back. But then I got scared and I didn't even check to see how the process works.
Okay, it's so weird. So when we talk about, which can be a whole nother subject in and of itself, and I'm sure we'll go over that topic, the whole topic about online dating, but I completely understand. And so when we ask the question, why do you think you're single? For me, it is simply by choice. I married at a younger age, also wanted to play house really early. And then 20 years later, that ended. And then I had a few other mishaps in between there. And then, like you said, getting out there. Listen, today's dating world is it's way different than it was when we were coming up. So you have all this technology, right? And then you have the online dating. And what I'm finding is that there just aren't any quality men out there. And
I feel you. I know. And then you just don't know. It's like you see all these things online on TV because I like to watch a lot of 2020 and Dateline.
Mm-hmm.
So, you see that these guys, they portray themselves in a certain way. And then next thing you know, they're cleaning out your bank account or, they're crazy, so it's just like, I'm not perfect, but, I don't want to put myself in a situation where it's dangerous just so I can go on a date.
Just to go on a date. And let me tell you, when you say it's dangerous, it really is. This is a different day and time that we're living in. And for our audience, who anybody that's viewing our podcast, just know there are no do overs, there are no edits to these videos. What you hear and what you see is what you get. So just know that we keep it real and raw. Just want to put that out there so that you guys are familiar and that you're aware of circumstances here. Now, reason I'm single again, there are no quality men. I haven't come across any. Maybe I'm not in the right arenas, and I know you can't meet anybody sitting at home behind a screen. But I get out from time to time to, Walmart, Target.
You
But
get you get your mingle on a little bit.
yeah, but I mean, do I really want to meet somebody at Walmart? No. At
Well, what
Target?
what about you? Have
Mm.
you done any online dating?
I have, and girl, when I tell you, like there's one site, plenty of fish, right? Ooh, I like to say, yeah, you catch a lot of fish, but guess what? I throw their asses right back into the pond because none of them not no good. So that site is trash, in my opinion. Some people may have had luck on that site, but me, not so much. And then you get these guys on here. In the profiles, they say they want one thing. They want to be married. They want to be in love. They want a lifetime partner. But then at the end of the day, you get them on the phone, if you can even get them on the phone, and you talk to them, and it's just something totally different. Like a lot of these guys, I have no idea why they're even on these dating sites because listen, they're on the dating site and then you want to meet up, or before you even meet up, you have these conversations and then you find out they live with their mother or they just moved in with a sick mother or they live with a cousin or a homie. They're just not established. They're in between jobs or they're on unemployment
Or they're out of state
or they're out of state or
in the army.
in the army. Those are the worst, right? So they're in the army, and then you say, okay, well, let's FaceTime. Oh, well, my sergeant says it's dangerous, so I can't FaceTime you, but let's go over to WhatsApp. To me, that's a number one, that's a big red flag. I'm not moving over to WhatsApp to communicate with you because that's where a lot of the cricket stuff goes on. Now, I've been around the block a few times, but like they say, there's a sucker born every minute. So they're going to always find somebody that's going to fall for the nonsense that they are producing. But anyway, let's say the ones that are local. From my experience, I've gone to a couple of places, met up for lunch and everything. In the beginning, sometimes it's fine. But to me, these guys, they transition over to sexual talks way too early in the game. They don't even give you time to warm up to them before.
So have you had any experience of them having a picture up of them, and then when you met the person, it was like a picture when they were like 17 and they look like totally different. They're not the same person.
No, because I haven't met many in person. So the couple that I did meet in person, they did look like themselves. But let's circle back and talk about pictures, right? These men have no shame in their game. And women probably do it on the flip on the men's side, but they have no shame in their game of showing you a dick picture.
Oh my god, that's gross.
I'm like, right, it's gross. It's like you start off, you having nice conversations, and all of a sudden look in your phone and they didn't sent you this picture. Just bust your eyes. And my thing is this: if I don't ask you for that kind of picture, don't send that to me, please.
Right. It's
To
like
me, it's offensive.
we haven't even talked about having breakfast or lunch yet or anything, and you get a ding on your phone and what is this?
Yeah, and you didn't send me a picture of your penis.
Yeah, I don't think that
That don't impress me.
I don't think that's appropriate at all.
It's not in the beginning stages. So I guess we have to ask ourselves, you know, what do you expect? Well, I have better expectations. Text now audio. Sorry about that. I have better expectations um when trying to date, whether it's online dating or whether it's in person dating.
Yeah, even in person, it's like for me, it's just difficult the transition. You know, when you've been alone for a while, you kind of get used to it. You still want to go out and meet somebody, but you just don't know what you're getting. It's like I know back in the day, it would be more of you would go somewhere and like if I'm your friend and then you have like a dinner party or something and you may have company come over and you may see an attractive young man and then you guys talk, you know, you see if the chemistry is there and then he'll ask you to go out on a date and then you go from there. You know, you don't start off with the pictures before you
Exactly.
actually go out to have a conversation and a meal. So it's just
And
weird.
then they don't, it's like they don't know how to have conversations. They want to text you to death. It's like, okay, at some point in time, we need to get on the phone and have a conversation. At some point in time, we need to FaceTime if possible, so I can kind of see you, know what you look like, know that you are a real person. So for me, as soon as I start to get the runaround, I just block them. It's like I don't have time for it. Obviously, if you're not trying to meet up, then we're wasting time here with all this texting back and forth.
And then also in person or even over the phone, you can hear the sound of the person's voice. You can hear their intonations, how they change. A text, um, there can be a lot of miscommunication. Like
Yeah,
you may think in the text I mean one thing, and then the other person can take it totally different. So I'm not really with all the texting. I would rather hear your voice. I can tell if your tones go up and down. You know, if I see you, I can see your facial expression. If you don't like something that I say, then we can talk about that. Well, did I say something that offended you? But over a text, you know, you
hmm,
can't really get that interpersonal feel of a person.
that's true. So when we going back to talking about the meeting and the online dating and the texting, it is just a different world nowadays. It's
Charger.
difficult to navigate through. So I just go on now for entertainment purposes. I don't really I don't have high expectations.
In my room.
I don't have high expectations of like really, really meeting somebody. I met this one guy not too long ago. And I mean, I must have learned his whole life story in the first 30 minutes. He told me about his son getting ready to go to the NFL. He has a Corvette, a Mercedes, a truck. He just bought a house in this particular city, and he paid $730,000 in cash. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, okay, was all that supposed to impress me? Because it might impress some ladies, but I have my own boo. It's wonderful that you have these assets, but what kind of lady are you really looking to date if you telling her about all your assets up front? You sound like you want somebody to want you for what you have. Because to me, that information, at least, I mean, on the first time you having a conversation with somebody, they don't need to know all your business like that, all your assets. You're getting to know the person, which is why it's called um, dating. As they say, you're collecting data on each other. But
And then there's a flip side to that because in 2022, it's kind of like the materialistic type thing of let me show you what I have. Like you said, you want to get to know the person and you don't want the person to want you for all the things that they have.
right,
So I guess the culture is I'll show you this, I have that, and then you like me. But then if you're not getting to the substance of the person, it's not gonna last.
right. So so for me, it was just a turn off. I mean, everything he told me about, he was doing some remodeling in his house. He had to tell me that the closet doors were special made and they were $2,500 and blah blah blah. And then he literally put me on FaceTime to show me his house. He did a whole little tour through his house on FaceTime, showed me his closet with all his clothes, showed me his cologne collection. He showed me his shoe collection. And I'm just looking, I'm just like, oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. But again, I'm not impressed. So, to circle back about why I'm single, that's why. I haven't come across any quality men yet. You have these men that say that they're kings, and they're not kings. They're more of the gestures, like the
And,
jokers. And yeah, I'm not for dating any gestures or jokers.
and also, I remember you saying that you know, you want to be wanted to be pursued and you want attention, you want to be acknowledged and with a good morning text or a good night or something if you wake up in the morning and you think about me, send a text. How are you? Good grand rising or whatever, something. If
Yeah,
you're busy, if you see my text and you're busy, send a little symbol and just to let you know that I see you. I understand that you text me, but I'll get back to you later. Don't just not respond at all. Like,
exactly.
like
So
acknowledge. I think this it's just acknowledgement. You don't have
just
to.
acknowledge
You don't have to
it.
take the time to send a full blown text, but you can at least acknowledge that you saw the text and send something. Okay, talk to you later. They even have on the phone now little pre message
Mhm.
buttons that you can push. I'll get
Right.
back with you later. I'm busy right now.
Yeah, it's not hard. These people, they make it hard. If to me, yes, the man is to pursue the woman, and the woman is to acknowledge the man if she's interested, and she has to give him clearance to continue to move forward. Ladies should not be pursuing men, point blank, period. But at the end of the day, to each his own.
Right.
If
There
you
are
want,
there
huh?
are women out there who have that who like to do that, and that's fine. If you want to be
Mhm.
the pursuer, that's fine if that's for you. But if you let the individual know up front, like, you know, or if it's established in the beginning that this is what this is a day, that first day you're pursuing, hey, blah, 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 blah. Second day, third day, nothing. Just don't hear from the person again. It's like, oh, what happened?
Exactly. So, you got to pick your poison. My grandfather used to tell me, if you start off wrong, you're going to end up wrong. So, what that says is upfront in the beginning, this is the way I want things to be. These are how things should be. And then you keep it that way throughout the journey. So, if it's right up front, it should be right at the end. If you started off wrong, that's how it's gonna end up. It's gonna
And it
end up way
and it's
wrong.
okay if you're not ready to do online dating, don't feel pressured. Like if you're
Right.
not ready, don't feel pressured. Don't let people pressure you into doing something that you don't want to do, because if you're not ready, it's not going to work out anyway.
That's true. That's true. So, well, this was a wonderful conversation. I love that we were able to talk about it. In closing, did you have anything else you wanted to add to the topic? Why do you think you're single?
Oh, you talking to me? Of
No, I'm
course you're.
talking to the audience that's not here.
I'm sorry. No, I don't have anything else to add. I think we covered a lot of points that were very good. It was
I think
very.
they were good points. I think they were good points. So, for those of you that watch this live after the fact, we would love to hear your comments. I'm quite sure we're going to come across some men that are definitely going to have probably different points of view. And that's fine because that's what we're here. We're here to talk about it. So, in the comments section, hey, say what you have to say. The only thing that we ask is that you just keep it respectful. There's no need to be nasty. We can all agree to disagree on anything we talk about. So, with that being said, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comments section. Help this channel grow. As I stated earlier in the video, there are so many more topics that we will be covering, and they just get juicier and juicier. So make sure you also hit the notification bell so that way you get notified when we put up another one of our great podcasts. Okay? And with that being said, we will see you later. You gonna tell the people bye, Almond Joy?
All right, everybody, have a enjoy the rest of your Friday.
All right. Bye.